Come check it out. It looks kind of cool. It's got like that slant perspective going. I don't want to fix it. I could make it symmetric, but I don't want to. It looks nice. I like it.
That's what our whole processing system is for, to make those adjustments that makes it so hard to paint anything, because we see what we think we should see, but not what's actually there.
Right. Forest for the trees. Ow.
Have you done any, like, you mentioned classes, some study, some formal study in the...
Yeah, I mean, I also grew up in a place where this kind of art was encouraged. We were made to make wall panels in school as children for propaganda purposes. Like Thurman's portraits and Stalin and Marx and Engels. You know, like all four of them, and the specific formation, all with like slogan, you know, long live communist party, yeah, I was born in 74, and I was living through the whole pandemic. Right.
So where's Jill?
No. Former Catholic station. Yeltsin was not the same. Yeltsin was the Yeltsin and the Lincoln. Literally. No. Oh, you know, it's like I grew up in a country where the reward and the punishment were the same thing. A stick. There was no carrot. There was just a stick. Oh, good for you. Here, you can play with the stick this dog. Oh, you fucked up. I guess you're going to get in the back of your head.
Well, what I got here is phthalo green. Well-known pigment that I'm just learning about.
Looks like Zinunga.
I thought it was a blue, and then I read the label on the blue, and it's phthalo blue.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of looking a little bit, looking at trying to pay attention to durability for light back. There's only like maybe a dozen commonly used pigments. Right, ultraviolet. I'm not sure if phthalo green is one of them, but on the tube it said it had a high light capacity.
But I mean, the bits are not fine. It's not fine to film, or it's not for, I don't say whatever, part of it. It's but
Just as like it's just guessing
it looks like this disinfectant. Well, not, yeah, I guess disinfectant instead of iodine. There was a blue one and there was a green one, and you know that's what we did. And there was like this magenta one as well. So I figured out like this one. Okay, and like ammonia tablets yeah, on it. Yeah. So I put it on my hair as I got, you know, sits there. It's funny out, and then I tie it. That's some of the future. It's probably long. Good morning, did you say something about my hair? Oh, yeah.
serial killers.
The name sounds familiar.
Okay.
I may have heard them, but to be honest, now that this seems to recall the sound.
I'm that for serial killers.
There's a wheat flour in the area. They're so fucking good.
So yeah, serial killers. And then Paulie Hyman was concerned that that takes too much aid to be buried
In the Jewish cemetery.
Well, it turns out I ran into a guy who fucking drove to San Francisco with him. He's living out on Treasure Island now. Not Paulie. Paulie doesn't know if we're fun out on
That's something.
I was surprised. It was an acquired taste.
Which one? Anything that I've heard part of North of Denfield. I've heard you suffocate dirt. And from all the
Hold me down. You know, they're not
still though. Do you know how well it works for me? It's so well for me. The less I think of it, the less I buy it, the better it works for me.
Anyway, you probably kind of after that, kind of thing.
Sorry, I love my father. Hey, Cookie. There's only one of them. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you.
And then there was fear. Fear.
F-E-A-R.
Were they the ones who would come out? Here.
It's also, what's her name?
Okay.
Tina Turner.
Okay.
Tina Turner does that chant. She's famous for that chant, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
When Ike was beating the crap out of her, when Ike was beating the crap out of her, she would chant that. That good face looking like a boxing glove, chanting that. Fun, right?
So the claim to fame for the fear, which there is in release is a funny guy. I spent some time in a mental institution a bicycle. They ground it up, but
Overtime, yeah.
But I think he probably overagreed LSD trying out the happy home kid from my home. MDOC? Contemporary here.
fame with punk rock was this Russian band, Civil Defense. And it's nothing bad about it. But if you say just first two letters of both words, it says coffee in Russian.
Oh.
I have a dog. It's also a very thing. This one is just like, you know, like these guys, right? Like they're just so often seated, and the beads on decorations are like the little tiles. It's so cut out. Sometimes they're flags and sometimes they're kind of like streamery type things, but I'm thinking of they have those colors. They're lovely. And they're perfect.
Look down into my steel green of the ocean. That's where I'm studying the water at the flying part.
Oh, it's incredible, beautiful. And it's just so interesting how, like, wow, the water would kind of reflect the sky, but even on the cloudy day, it's still that beautiful bottom of water on it. Oh, exactly that.
Going down right over there.
Oh my God.
If anybody comes looking for me,
I will direct them to the right.
over there. I mix up a little batch of paint, you know, then I test it out, you know, and but I had the intention to put it over there, so now I have to make some more. Right, when they start stopping, then we need more. Where it's I think this is going to be used for a few hundred years, and this is maybe more pigment is art is.
I mean, the things that we have at our disposal right now, like,
Like Raman spectroscopy or whatever, they used to see the pigments underneath the pigments.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Have you seen the?
Oh, the black pronunciation.
No, but you know, there's that one cave painting that has been painted by one human species and then collaborated on with another human species, like almost like 100,000 years later.
How many years ago?
Like
100,000?
about they're talking about the spectrometer. There's that. It's just remarkable. Collaboration between two different human species. Talk about close competing evidence and support. Like don't erase this shit, let us, you know, like leave it for like human race to demonstrate this. How cool is that?
Hey, speaking of which, you know, Gilroy is here. There was some mark of an inspector at the battleship or something. But now it's popular graffiti. You see it in the bathroom stalls.
Oh, yeah.
And Gilroy is here. Then you have the nose peeking over a fence. That's also the same, I think that's Gilroy in my mind. I think I mean nose peeking over a fence, you know, out of respect for that. Absolutely. You know, 100,000 years ago.
Right?
100 years ago. I mean, it's just.
Covering that up is a brand new thing. Covering up art is a it's remarkable in a way. I'm like, it's kind of interesting. It's like the people that are obsessed with it. Probably not. Like, I mean, this looks like a peacock feather. Add a little yellow and right here.
Okay.
This one looks like a bird.
I don't mean to be too verbal while we're being visual here, but I gotta know. What was the conversation you had 8 years ago? What's stuck in my mind is you took me in your car the other day. The most interesting conversation you had in 8 years. I thought that was.
Oh!
And I said, really interesting.
Oh! Well, that's the. It's
A
just.
manner of speaking.
Right, no, I don't remember a conversation that was particularly specifically, like I can remember that for years. Back when I can remember a lot of incompetence and it's like really forceful ignorance. There is that, but I know there's this other thing where like just that are not, particularly that are convinced of their importance and their message being well informed. And new and normal and very important to start right this second. Maybe to describe it simply, I'll think about it.
Here, Isaac and Asimov over this. My ignorance is just as valuable as your education.
Well, pretty much. Like the things that I have forgotten and don't think of as important, these people that have in their lives of reading hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of books. Kind of there's a particular episode of Twilight Zone that is fascinating. The episode where fairly attractive person is surrounded by people that look at me that know this person. Eventually gets them looked.
You abstaining from the news, poison that is Reddit.
Oh, I only read the expression Reddit. Expression Reddit is not complicated. Complicated is just ridiculous. Expression Reddit. Oh, lovely people who understand.
Some specialities.
Murders and execution. For our next meeting. I'll begin the spoken word. Okay. I'm a little bit of the Bible.
Coming from my time in the Congress.
Oh! Okay, Ultra!
Oh Lord, I see. Specific regards to. You have no respect for your body.
Oh.
Smite them down where they stand. You take it as personal. The sound. The sword. Various goings on this interestless hard thing. We had an understanding. No, it's not understanding. Maybe it's just a lightning.
You ready to be smoked?
I'll share that with somebody.
But I'm not smoking right now. Now they. I went to school for communists. They do the thing on not those with the ruler just on the training. They went seminary school. Oh yeah. see, that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. Kind of, you know. But then we'll. Yes, exactly. No, that was exactly. I haven't changed the. Yeah, but the distance here, you have to put that there. With that, so then then it would see the shapes on the bottom that they look like the carousel and lollipops at the same time. You know, the carousel horses, but the lollipop shape of the heart. Yeah, that's it. Like the bouquet. I don't know why, but that's like. In Russian, they're called schloss. Another one. And they're shaped like roosters or chickens. The heart candy lollipop.
It's the same. Double meaning.
Of course. Of course. Much like dumplings are shaped like the head of a penis and the vagina simultaneous. And the whole family is supposed to be making them to, you know, bring fertility and joy and togetherness together. All the dumpling cultures. All the dumpling cultures. All of them. This guy right here. I mean, you know, I'm
okay. Every five, there's a blue,
right.
Vertical.
Yes.
Almost.
But then it is on the bottom of those and the trips, we're just gonna do the thing, you know? And here, there isn't a space for them. So this is gonna be on the plate, this is gonna be on the top. But it's not gonna go to the bottom here, it's gonna go to the bottom right next to this right here. And then, the thing that's gonna be, the fixed ones that is going to be placed here. So, it's gonna be like dragged over. But that is fact that you want to, because you want my things come focus and you don't want to go through, like, over perspective. One second, let me get back. One second. This guy here, with the really nice, you know, you'll see here, then maybe some some part of this part, that with the center of the part is here. Right there. So then, this is the overlap. The overlap should be right here. This is the high point. Right here is the overlap. So, paint it here. Oh, that's actually exactly where I would love to paint. Oh my god, yes! We fixed up, oh my god, this would stay less painterly, and then jump back into the painter here, so the painter will be, oh, perfect. Sweet!
Name of certified public accountant.
They thought about going into law school, but didn't have the bar. Not after 6 times trying. And the family ran out of like every time, like what, $6,000 to take the bar? They were like, you know what? We paid $100,000 for the education, and now $100,000 just to not take this, not to pass the test tax. You're gonna do it for. Okay, I'll go take a look at it. Well, I still have my wits about.
Okay.
Huckleberry.
I gotta remember to save some of the fans, the dispatch of Dale for ocean project there.
I was gonna. I guess, you know, in there if you want.
Okay, okay, thank you. And likewise, feel free to peruse the palette. And I'll wander on down and I'll be right over there, you know.
and moving images, like, it was almost painful. Like in a good way. Like, you know, it's like so many ideas coming through. I'm like, holy fuck, this hurt. So glad to have faith.
You ever come across research on error-related potential for brainwaves? It's not event-related potential, it's a kind of ERP, but it is useful for brain-computer interface, controlling the robot arm by having some mismatch, so some negativity, when it's at disaster, something really compelling, and nothing's it reminds me of
And then once you get there, like, I don't know, have you ever tried movie? And then like everything in life you want to cut. Like, I'm looking at my darling little friend, and I just want to cut the little pillow. Because there's shit just like this. I love it. You're so soft and fuzzy, and you're like, I can't possibly have that image in my head. Please forgive me. But good God, I can just get the hand to work.
Now, the color where you trying not to jump over a cliff.
That is too hard. For me, so I tell myself, I go too close to them, I force myself not to do it. But I'm forcing myself not to do it, otherwise there it is. You know that thing, the abyss, like this and that in me? It usually kisses itself and runs away screaming. But I'm not young. But
I have, I think, 5 or 6 years in one in 68. In 1968. So, you know, and now I'm hanging out with older people, like much older, so I feel relative. I've been 16 at heart all my life. But now I've seen these like 70-year-old guys like trees. And, you know, so relative to that generation, I feel very different. But older. A lot calmer, a lot more secure, perspective.
it's interesting, like my projecting with age is like I've always, like when I went to, I didn't get a lot as now I get the age I was then. When I was the age I was now then. But it's funny because like when I was a young kid, my friends were, or my, like people were in the I'll tell you my intelligence in the age. People just what my parents were considered my young men. And therefore less intelligent and less reliable, less competent than myself. Because that is now the so therefore I hope for better. And so my competence, intelligence, and experience doesn't hold either.
What's the real pitch? That's the end of the pitch. I'm not sure that's the only that's
I sound weird.
yeah, it's maybe what I'm hearing is song and it's it's very close. I'd be related.
Maybe it's something it's condition nothing but it's the jazz boat. No, wait. So there's the song because so what over there? So what yeah, but it's the collaborators. It's the
That's Sun's young, working.
my first. Don't think there's no little no. You're fine.
I'm not gonna cover anything up Okay, we were talking about confidence, every stroke and the forward. I couldn't help it. I'll have to call it the boy.
Also, basically what I'm saying is I started out playing, you know, I playing bass with my eyes. It's difficult to learn my way.
I thought about more than one basis in my life, and I took tech.
Well, you know,
But would say it again?
the bass has too high of an action. It's difficult to play. But if you learn to play bass like on the difficult instruments, then playing less difficult instruments will obviously be done much better.
Oh, yeah.
And
Looking forward to this. Anyway.
but yeah, well,
Yeah. When you talk about the high action,
so in the string, so like if this is the surface of the neck, right, and then flat part of the neck here, and this, yeah, this, like this, yeah, like about the, on the border above the fret. Yeah. So, yeah, you know. But so, like, for me, like, I've learned to work on with a machine that doesn't have, you can't base, you can't make it. Oh, what's this kind of thing? So, this right here, like, right here where I was like, this is the tip of the heart. Right here.
it's flat.
The clavage. So it's right there where the negative space is still there. That's the middle. That's also the middle here. So there's a couple of there's another one that's gonna be this one, and then there's one here. So there's one that's gonna have a middle right here as well. So
Can I
break.
go outline this body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. Well, right now, let's not worry about outlines so much. Let's worry about directionality of this guy here. Right. Like, for me too. Like, see where we're getting with, like, right there, and right there. This is where we can, like, safely. I'm only like suggesting that because then it'd be easier visually like take a photograph and be like, oh, I see these things, and then like contrast it later, you know, like. Yeah, gorgeous. I love it.
I want to share with you my mind conceptually, just generally, there's a motorcycle that's big canvas, and the thing of always walking by and seeing it from a distance, seeing it closer,
Yeah.
and then also whatever kind of sense of depth and struggle to great intensity. And what's going on here? There's an opportunity to play a little bit and just make it less
Ooh. However, don't forget that this is a background of a background. Like, this is like the background of a background. So like, don't overthink it too much. But like, remember that like if also there's gonna be a thing that's gonna have like a bunch of different perspective that is going to inform my directionality of business. Wait, the thing that's gonna go on all of them are going to so much like the white and the black is agreeing with the triangle for a long why. All of them. So there would be a
I don't think but I didn't know. And like, going after that, I'm like, recognizing when the bubbles up. Oh, and then you have it. And it's like, listen, that's pragmatic role station.
the marking
Sure,
larger
it's
stars.
nervous. Right.
I've studied a little. I've studied all kinds of stuff. I mean, right, we all have different what happens in a good person. Dude, right? All that cool stuff. There's so many stuff. So
Sharing and making something.
I love that.
Visual memory is
I have to grab myself.
the brain muscle, right?
Right.
Versus the third of
Right, this is okay. Oh,
the green.
the repo base. Yeah, base. Right. It seems like such a like the Muslim style hierarchy of movies and the Skinner sponsor the film mixer and or for instance the Stanford I took a class of definition they all said stuff. They came there more like, you know, they said my boss was there. Oh, it's why I don't this here. We are everybody's got the so we were headed into the thinking that we were going to have to come up with 6 topics. We were thinking of how are we going to stoke concrete, how are we going to make this thing hurt. But like of all the adventures I had at the horrors that it was into the fucking civilian. Yes, and one of the things there was another thing Dr. Wola, Armor Wola. They love her so much back that they were like, it was huge, she'll fucking love it. She's so, and like, Friday night, like when the people to be spoke, and they had I don't, okay, yeah.
I don't see any paint in your part. I see an artist, but where's the paint? Oh, nice.
Oh. Are you trying to say that motherhood is darkness?
I spent, a few weeks surveilling the little nest of hummingbirds was just sitting on the edge of the hatch and selected my way, sat on those eggs and
She didn't.
they're so smart. They can travel flowers and red. In fact, they can be as much as the absolute location or relative location. If flower over or something is going to have extra sugar in it. So they evolved from finches. They found 40% of
Collaborators.
developing color knowing that you are now able to perceive it. Not necessarily perceive it, but process.
Alleged to prefer, you know, they can see red versus white.
This I think is blueberry, but these one is not good from what I remember. This is orange.
Come together. They're not.
Oh my god. So I have this unfinished joke. Want to hear a constant joke? What does God say to the friend? Yeah. Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be. I think it just is an unfinished. So that's lifted down. Here's one. Here's also just you just press the button order. Some of them you don't have to press anything.
And the citrus.
I like mango, like orange type of things. There's mushroom there. Called cedar. Seed like that. Okay. Orange areas that grow by water. They're beautiful seeds. But like the taste is like mango and citrus. There's that purpose I do like and texture. Those difficult to fix. Things that are delicate, but they're actual farm weight. So it's like there's and but you can put in the garden by the time you get the completely juice. On its own, like, weight. It's the part. But like the cheese, it has black spots and texture. Like a volcanic circle. Like that, right? And then the leaves are like orange. It's so they're green inside, but they have a blue haze on the top. They look like the permanently have. And cedars, but sometimes people in Siberia call it but it's just a couple of times and it changes temporary.
And for this is forest, which is
We're not in Pakistan. We can get it soon. Some of the ones you use, some of the ones you
so with the music that's going through my mind right now is it Coney Island Baby album? Or it's a Lou Reed album, but it's a song. Let's see. Nobody's business but my own.
Oh!
Jazzy.
It probably was part of a song that played.
Because they're just riffing on each other, you know? Nothing original and doubtful. Yes. I don't know. You think that's Swiss Army knife, you can do something. But it's really, in the Army knife, work hard, you have to need to open wine bottles. Exactly, if she goes, I don't know, if you've been told, or if you've been told,
Alex? It's focused around here first. Vegan, vegetarian, vaguely vegetarian.
Oh, yeah,
All the youngsters talking
eat vegetables, Carol.
but I told them all that bathrooms. Well, I didn't have my. Yes, I. Yeah. So that's the Terrible. So good to see traffic quality. there. I negotiated and all this shit. That's statistic, but I could argue some, you get things in different ways. That way is the people on.
Some of them would, like the little ones would come over to my, like to my little yard, and so he'd come over and get them. Yeah, I used to hear him typing. It was so fucking cool. Like at night, I would hear him typing. I was like, oh, that's such a cool sound. My grandpa used to type. Like right into my ear. This guy typing was like, have you seen one? Yeah. Oh shit. But I mean, production of like that kind of would be tiring and clearly spoke of a lot going on. I just drive me. I'm glad people are out.
Well, there's this one.
Yeah.
And the pigeons. Some of them. I love them all, but some of them right. They will use it. I gave them an extra big, and then there was a tree. I was climbing up the big tree and tossed down the right one. I would shout, big, toss a big, splat. So I'm just like a god. I ran green and then I heard
chances are probably
it's out there. 30 minutes. Yeah, it's cold, but not snorted like it's off the road. Wait for your input. Is it set? Oh, what are the odds?
Not in this.
Oh, now the odds.
Let's look. Have come to the city to
Exponentially. I would even recommend soaking a wasp in lumber to get a special one.
Well, also they would use the Rorschach with the nuggets of that's like the nuggets with the rock. How very well Christian. Oh, God. Not at all. I was like, seriously, I was talking to a therapist, like, you can if you like to. Honestly, I've been a friend who spent 300 together at like, like he had not said one thing that was like there was nothing he said that and I was playing 3 hours of just being ridiculous.
I gotta try it out.
I didn't well, no, like the thing of it is was just like I was like I was so confused.
Sensitive, but I get read the wrong way real easy.
I try not to just make this, like, you know, like I it's just like what I'm saying is that it's just, it's meaning that it's just, the topic of your interest is similar to mine. The things that I might have, like, you know, like we know the same artist, but like we might not know the same piece of art by the same artist, which is fucking awesome. Then it's like, oh shit, I'll go check that out. And then, oh, I'll go check that out. It's like, it's rare to meet someone who has a lot of cultural reference that I think go on randomly, that also doesn't get offended. And, you know, you were there. I don't know if it's all my fault to you, but I'm just always telling my therapist that it's rare. You know? Like this, I actually the service industry people I have had lately and I'm like, oh, that it's just process mechanism that's on history. And I'm sorry, like it's difficult to like what we're together. I met someone just the other day before I met you. I was like, oh my God, I saw
And then the silhouette is similar to the way that I said, right now. And they had the tailored Florida full photo of and so I did a little tick and then I took around the first city and we did the hall like now for your ride. And person a feet and I stood all feet. And so I went, oh my god, it's just like kid. Like, no offense, but like I don't think was like necessarily was trying to be a jerk. I thought that it's just like a certain kind of like ignorance that allows moving that I feel. That was trying to convince me that I think that's just I want to put Dante, who also is a not necessarily on purpose to be a jerk or a horrible person. I'm sure, you know, I think how did that even become notable? But immediately, but it also like it made but the thing of it is, but the person was cis. I'm the fucking weirdo. I'm the one like who doesn't want to have that conversation. It was kind of like, yeah, what you do. Well, it's just it's interesting. Like we were talking about art and music and stuff in my cities, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, he's trying to convince me that sex between two men will cause another the receiving man to have his sperm play the other guy's sperm. Not that it was idiotic.
He's like 16 years old.
No, he also told me that he is a professor of anthropology who just came back from Scotland where he was He was eating lamb. Jewish, will we, after I mentioned the names of the time, and thinking that place because I needed to have predictable place to be able to. And while we were having them, we were talking just in general how like, these days, and the film is survival, so a few hours from somebody going to work. You can choose like your own time, but it's for the that is so important. I was astounded by like the low level of I've heard everyone breathing and breathing. I've heard really my choices or whatever.
To me, I'm paranoid that way.
Yes, but the intelligence level was so low it doesn't matter to me if it was premeditated or not.
Obviously, social, we had some book learning, allegedly. That's always interesting.
Yeah, well that's it. Yes.
Test well.
Yeah, it's just the processing, like the processors and it's just like we're, I don't know, like we're comparing like an iPad to a MacBook. There's nothing wrong with either. You keep talking, right? That's how we're doing printing. That's about where we're I'm like seriously talking shit about it. I'm being super negative. why after 2016, dapat dati ko may bago magkakulang para doon sa yan, you can even like show up over the window. Not just anything like that, but I think like I would my first rodeo. Don't fuck with me, fellas! Yes. That's hitting the table and saying, don't fuck with me, fellas. Oh, she owned like a good huge 1% of the company or some shit like that. She was on the board and they were trying to squeeze her out and she was learning how to put her mouth on the table and hand them off. When did you hook up with me?
I'm working with some interesting sort of I don't know if it's
You like to change your mind?
yeah, it's nice.
Yes, it's supposed to wash your brain nicely. It's very useful.
Like, pour something on the wall.
done all the cooking. I've done all the cooking. I've finished all the cooking. It's all. Something like that. Well, for me, it was a great. For me, it was like a thing that helped me socialize after work. After I've been on social for like 10 plus hours non-stop, when it's at work, for me to have a social life outside of required a lot of alcohol or drugs. So I remember I took those.
I guess that's
One of those, help. Most people, of course, when my mother, I'll take the those first, but the guy here, they come over here. I may like them, but the thing is, I think wrong. For what? Anything. I consider myself not right now, it's not really great. I'm lucky that I was living in California because it was so shit and so stepped on. I'm like, I'm so lucky. And I didn't spend much time living with them. You know, it's also San Francisco. Everyone does it. It's like funky there. And the funny thing is, it's like they'll judge you for doing cold while they're doing it with you. I know I did. No, it's like around you like, oh. Or like, so yeah, I don't smoke. Like that's the thing, growing up where I grew up, my students, slowly, perfect. That's what it's like. It doesn't happen like that. It's just like, I'll spend time. So my school is this. The day I met you, I was one of them.
like destroyed, like almost like, did you see the house? I said, what? I have to go. I'm like, I'm still talking, I'm pointing. Well, the very first thing I did, what is it? The house, the house.
There's kind of a person question, don't you think?
Well, not only that, I'm the first one, and I'm like, house. So I go like this, and one time off like that. And she goes like this, so then I walk a few steps, and there's no one on the street, except somehow that what we have to do. So this other woman just happens to like, she's giving to some child, turning around, and like, have you seen the owl? I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Alex? Here's not the first person that's wow. And then I'm going to this, and she's like, holy shit, I'm here for you, that's not out. Who? Which? Check this shit out. My first 2 days I'm standing in metro looking at a map. A Japanese person comes up and has direct. Right? No, but it's just like fucking owls and hummingbirds, like, and the hummingbird flew into my face on my way here, and then it was coming from the day of today. Not this is Sunday, right? So it's like, it's just like these coincidences are so cool. I then ended up laughing with both of those women, like this, especially the other one caught up to where we stand and we're like talking. So, and apparently I then learned was that there was 2 babies they were born, and the whole neighborhood coming and checking on them. And they were all naked.
I've heard about the owls because somebody actually has seen the owl from the water to the dark the other day.
Okay.
So it's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. But I had to point to it. They didn't make it. But subliminally it must have been doing something. Like the brains were like talk about imagery and psychology. I think Russians and Russians and Germans did a really good job. The colors, the red, off-white, and black. That's a real girl. This one was on the left.
Yeah, so cool. It's like Alex is it's jungle of wildflowers. That's what I heard. And about second
Super guy.
maybe.
German one, it's super guy. Try it? So there's this commercial. Go ahead it up. There's this German artist and the director, and so he made this commercial. It is remarkable. It's like, what about self-conscious weird London? I'm gonna okay, I know it's recording, it's making a video. It's a commercial. Look that up. To me, it's like one of the most well-done tongue-in-cheek excellent.
Oh, I look at it. Okay.
Oh yes. After the song is over, I will look it up.
I like to get paint on.
Don't worry about it. As soon as this song is over, we'll stop recording and I will show you the thing. It'll be a nice break.
Okay, it's not carpet moving.
No. Super guy. Super guy. Ah. It's all. People.
Okay, I swear, no.
Yeah.
Counterpoint?
Go. That's fine. So the word has it's kind of a keyboard, but it's also strong. So it's like this. But it's more like cool rather than hot. It's more like but it has the same kind of thing with hot means hot and hot means hot. So it's kind of got that. And so it's just like this entire song is just slowed down, taking it, and a lot of it's a song commercial and the song is good. It has a lot of for walking, dancing, and that style of melody. Well, I mean, you know, yeah. The way it's used, it's not used effectively. It's becoming more like a kind of like a stress rather than effective. Right. I think maybe more deliberate stuff like people rather than yeah, like taking out the bottom of it and now they're all the whole column and the therapeutic. Yeah. That's I like what they put it.
There's simple video. Certain